It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dinosaurus.
Well, hi guys. Welcome to the Don't Make It Weird podcast. We are your comedy, storytelling, and writing podcast by the writing community, and I'm one of your co-hosts, Dino Quigley. And guys, we got a special treat today. We got someone who is way too cool, way too awesome, and has the voice of an angel that's gonna be hanging out with us today. But you just stick around to find out who that might be, because guys, really, we all know who you're here for, and that is my co-host. Because I'm joined, as always, by the breathtakingly blessed boss Bindle Punk Bruja herself, Dinosaurus.
Hey.
Hi, Dina.
I had like a whole dissertation that I was going to talk about today, but it's going to take too long, and I don't want to put off introducing the guests. So
I mean, but can you give me give us a tease of the dissertation?
Well, so okay, I can't give a tease without going into the whole thing.
Don't get her started.
Or don't get started. But guys, for the folks at home, Dina's wearing nothing but dinosaurs that are glued to her body. Don't check out the YouTube video.
They're nipple
Just
covers.
trust us. Her hair is on point. Dina is looking fabulous. Dina, would that be a correct assertion?
Yeah, I guess. Thanks.
Perfect. Guys, I put it off long enough, and if you hear some laughter, that's because our guest this week is a pirate, a poet, and a songwriter, and a fantasy author out of Kansas,
Kansas-Uri.
Cut. Got it.
Why am I so bad today? What is going
Daniel,
on?
you're doing great. I love everything so far.
Take 52.
Man, at this point, I
guest
could have
this
gone
week
into
is
my
a
dissertation. Shit.
Damn it. Our guest this week is a pirate, a poet, a songwriter, and a fantasy author out of Kansas, Missouri. God, why can't I say this word? What is going on? One more chance, and then I'm tagging Dina in. I keep wanting to say Missouri, and I'm getting ahead of myself.
Whoa.
All this
Think
stuff
Super
is good.
Bowl.
No, I don't want to, because my team just lost.
Nah.
Sucks to suck, bitch. A little salt in that wound.
Our guest this week is a pirate, a poet, a songwriter, and a fantasy author out of Kansas City, Missouri. Her historical fantasy debut, Bindle Punk Bruja, is available now wherever you find your books. Desideria Mesa, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
First try.
First try,
Oh my God.
got it all right. How you doing today, buddy? Or Desi?
Great. I'm
Desi,
doing fantastic. I loved that introduction.
Thank you so much. I need you to look me in the eye right now. We're gonna focus up together.
Don't do it. Don't look at. No, don't do that.
Don't do it.
Yes, Desi.
I just locked
Yes,
eyes
Desi.
with Daniel.
Yes, you did. We did it. We are focused up.
You're now cursed.
Oh,
No-
no,
oh,
no,
shit.
not again.
Pregnant.
Damn it. I'm
That-
always cursed.
To be fair, I deserve that cursing. I understand.
Ah, shit.
All
Well,
right, so I need to ask you a very important question. I assume that you're a Kansas City Chefs fan.
oh, yes, I am.
Is it chefs or chiefs?
Oh, it's,
Oh, it's
definitely
definitely
Chiefs, and
Chiefs.
he knows it.
It's
Yeah.
chefs.
Oh,
It's
okay.
definitely chefs.
We
Yeah, I
like
know
food
a
here,
sports
so
thing.
we're not even mad about it.
Yeah. Listen, man, what was the name of that barbecue place that we went to when we were there, Sean? The really famous one.
Oh, we have so many famous
It was
barbecue
the
places.
gas
Sonny's.
station one.
Yeah, the
It was
gas
the gas
station one.
station one.
Oh God, that could be so many. Shout out
Yeah.
to Slaps Barbecue. But yeah, there's lots of really good ones here.
Yeah, listen, Kansas City barbecue is no joke. Have you ever had any Kansas City barbecue, Dina?
It was Joe's original
No, I've never
barbecue.
been to
Ah.
Kansas
gas
City.
station
I've never been to
restaurant.
Kansas City.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You
We're
guys have
known
really
for
good
it.
down
Barbecue,
Florida.
jazz, meth. A lot of really great things coming out of here.
Yeah, yeah. I feel
Listen,
like that's
nobody
a
can
pretty,
beat Florida meth.
Yeah, I was gonna say Florida meth. Don't do drugs.
We'll have a
kids.
meth
Not
off
responsible.
one day. We'll have to.
Best meth on the market, baby.
Oh my God.
But listen, we would be remiss if we tried to discuss Kansas City barbecue without bringing on another member of our team. Basically, the glue that holds this whole train wreck together. Because, guys, who's that whispering in the trees? It's Big Clippy, and he's assisting you, please. Jerking off on Everest is his biz. Who's your podcast daddy? Shawnee is. Cyclops came to play. Now you can't cook your liver fast enough. You best stay away when Dina disparages your hugs. DMIW Riot. Riot. Buffalo a bottle of beer. Producer Sean, everyone. Dina has no clue what that song is, do you, Dina?
It was so good.
No.
I thought we had a discussion about you, like, you know, modernizing your references in your introductions, and you just keep going back. You just keep reaching back into the well.
Okay, but there's logic
I dare you to do
behind-
Taylor Swift.
I already did Taylor Swift Love Story with him once. So,
You did like, yeah, but it was just like one, and that's like one of her
That's
oldest
the only
songs.
Taylor Swift song he knows.
And Shake It Off, thank you.
I
Ooh.
knew that was going to be the next one that he said.
Listen, I'll get you a Taylor Swiftie, and I'll make that happen. But no, listen, there's a logic behind it, because Bindle Punk Bruja is set in the roaring 20s, and Cherry Poppin' Daddies is a throwback to swing music, so it all kind of...
Yes, it is. I mean, I appreciate the Cherry Poppin' Daddies. I was referring to your old references, overused references from our show.
I brought
We've
back...
had
I brought back
over
Everest.
80 episodes now.
Uh-huh.
You threw a clippy in
And he
there,
only
which
talks
is,
about liver.
which is a recent one, which I appreciate. But
Yeah.
you could go without
Everest?
saying liver one time.
I can't do
Just
that.
saying.
I need everyone to always be on board with the trauma that is liver. But before we go
The
too
thing
much further,
is, liver
Desi,
was like last season, though. Like,
So last season.
you're
So
not
last
taking
season.
anything from this season. Shut up, Sean.
It's
You don't
so
take
not
anything
fetch,
from
you
this
guys.
season.
so not fetch. So guys, we need to discuss something very serious here for a second. Because Desi, before she came on the show, we were in the back room, and Desi, you were singing
back
for
room.
producer.
I wasn't invited.
It
Tina, you're
was
too young. You
magical.
won't-
Daniel, it was a magical time we had in the back room discussing 500 miles because Sean did not like my singing, and it was a hard
Yeah,
time.
Sean. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Sean came out against Desi's singing and has really hurt her. And I just want to give a chance for you, producer Sean, to clear the air with our guest and make sure everything's okay.
Desi, I want you to know. You sing beautifully. All I said was that I was going to get that song stuck in my head as you were singing it. If you took that as me saying to stop singing or I hate your singing, I'm sorry.
He's sorry.
I'm sorry.
So sorry.
I accept.
Do you want to know what song stuck in my head?
What song stuck in your head,
That was
Dina?
beautiful, Sean.
Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. So have you guys seen that video of the Roomba that's dancing around a pole?
No, but I'm
pole.
in.
A pole.
I do
Yeah,
like DJ.
I
It's a
love that
DJ
song.
Roomba.
That song is
No,
moving.
it's
Lyrically,
some-
it gets me
somebody
every
come get
time.
her.
It's deep. It's a deep
It
song.
really-
Maybe we
it
can do a
is.
lyrical breakdown
Dancing
of this song at some point.
Somebody come get her. It's really good. It's a good one. It's one for the Grammys. That one is.
It's gonna be beautiful. God, Dina, what else is going through your head? Can you give us a little taste of the dissertation, Dina? Because I want to know. I want to know your struggle.
I
your
can go
pain.
into the whole thing if
Once
we
you
want
get
to.
that ball rolling, it will snowball.
Is this
You know
Dina?
that.
Is this gonna be a
So-
mind map? Is this gonna be a mind map?
Well, it's like a journey because it was physical acts were involved. So a couple days ago, my husband mentioned for the first time in 6 fucking years together that he didn't like how I organized our closet. And now here's the thing. I organize our closet. All of our shirts are color-coded with hangers that match the color of the shirt, right? So he just
So hold
decided
on,
that he was like,
hold
you
the
know what?
fuck on. So if you went out and bought, let's say, a neon yellow shirt, you would then need to go online, I assume, and find a neon yellow hanger.
So if it's something weird or random like that, it will be on a gray hanger.
Okay, sorry,
'Cause
continue.
it's gonna be like impossible to find like a neon yellow shirt.
Okay.
Regardless, hanger, not
Hanger,
shirt.
yeah.
Anyway, regardless. So this cut me deeply, cut me to my core, because first of all, we've been together for so long, and you're just now mentioning this. Second of all, like, don't mock my organization style, yo. It's extremely efficient. So
To go by
anyway,
colors, yes.
I took it to heart, and I felt really bad. So is this the stripper? Yes. Oh my God, it's so amazing.
Yes.
Everybody should.
No, finish your thought, and then we'll go to the stripper pole.
Okay, well, I took it to heart, and I reorganized his side of the closet based on style of shirt, like what he wanted. He wanted it like, you've got your workout shirt, you've got your regular T-shirts, you've got your polos, and then like your dress shirts. So I did that and organized it by color using that method with the style and everything.
That makes sense.
And it's really bothering me because
Dana.
it's not. See, it makes sense, but it's bothering
I do it by
me
color
because now
I do too.
It's like in chunks, and it's just like it's not the same. And I've been thinking about it all day. And he got home and he was like, "Oh, cool," and I was like, "Bitch, I just ruined my whole life for you." And you're like, "Yeah, okay, cool."
I'm really sorry that you had to go through that. Honestly,
it's traumatic.
It's
hung in rainbow order and then gray and then black, and it's 60% black.
Yes.
Mine is hung however it gets put on a hanger. It does not have any sign.
He doesn't know because he doesn't do it.
No, I do it because my wife will not hang my clothes. But yeah, no, it just goes up. Desi, are you also one of those people that's into the color-coded book aesthetic versus having it by fucking author last name in a sensible organization?
I organize my books by size. I like certain sizes next to each other. Because aesthetically it looks best. There's different from my clothes closet, which is organized by color, but I want my books to be the same thickness next to each other.
Desi, you're making it so hard for me to be mature. Please help me.
It's awkward to put a little thin, skinny book next to a thick book. They just look awkward next to each other.
It's true.
Just like thick books, girls like
I
thick
bet
books.
I have the weirdest order of anybody.
What's that, Sean?
Mine are in order of appearance of guests on our show.
Aw, that's kind of sweet.
That's actually,
and then I have a shelf full of cookbooks, and then a shelf in no particular order of other miscellaneous books like biographies and stuff.
Ooh, nonfiction.
All right, we've gone on a journey, and I appreciate Dina. I appreciate your effort to organize your husband's life like a psychopath.
Yeah, thank you.
Like an
angel. Are you guys ready for the Roomba stripper?
Yeah, I want to see this.
I just did something with my new headphones. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Are you having like a spiritual moment? You're just like,
yeah. Praise Jesus.
Okay, here we go.
Praise me.
Hey, somebody come get her. She dancing like a stripper. Somebody come get her. She dancing.
Oh my God. What's happening?
I literally walk around the house singing that all the time.
Oh my God, that's God, now it's
I love it.
Taylor Swift and that one as the next intro song. That's gonna have to be the. I like it whenever they do like the animals, where it's like the animals just like walking and they're kind of like cats shaking their rear end and they put that song to it. Like
I literally just watched an owl crossing the street with him when they were singing the song.
All right,
that sounds lovely. I love it.
We have vastly derailed ourselves, and you know what? We haven't even started our drinking game yet. Sean, what do we play on this show?
As per usual, we have a list of certain words that if they are said, you'll hear a buzzer, and that means it's time to drink. Also, we are all observing Buffalo rules. That means you must drink with your offhand. Today, everyone, including our guest Desi, are right-handed, so we're drinking with our left hands. If you catch us in the video, leave it in the comments.
Desi, can you show us your right hand just so that we're all aware of what the right hand for you is?
This is my right hand.
Yes, so you're not drinking with that hand tonight.
No, not at all.
Correct.
Won't let it happen.
Sean, for the betting enthusiasts, because we are now a sponsored betting TV show, not a sponsor.
Ooh.
What's the over under number of times you think what's the over under number of times you think we get Desi today?
Well, the DraftKings odds are telling me, not a sponsor.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not going to happen. Oh,
over under 3.
I'll
take the over on that. If pre-show is any indication, I'll take the over on that.
I wasn't in my, hadn't harnessed my chi. I hadn't
for life, yo.
my character yet.
You consented in that email. Buffalo is for life.
It's true.
Listen, I consent to a lot of things. I don't remember what I said okay to, but now
Desi.
I'm
Phrasing, Desi.
Somebody come get her.
I might have said yes. All right, jeez. But I remember now, and that's what counts.
So, Desi, would you consider yourself a bit of a tease?
Maybe a little.
Well, we like teases on this show so much so. In fact, you've got a story for us. Do you think that you could tease the audience a little bit, give them a little bruja kiss for what's to come with your storytelling?
I want to tell the story of when my father first told me that I was a Mexican. Yeah,
I'm ready.
Oh, I'm pumped. I'm excited for this. I'm still waiting for someone to tell me that, but unfortunately, it hasn't happened yet. So.
I don't think they will, buddy.
Yeah. 21 and me really broke my heart on that. All right, guys.
21 and me did you in, dude.
It really did.
Ruined your life.
It did. For the folks at home that don't realize, growing up, I thought I was 50% Irish. I'm like 4%. I also thought that I was a pretty good athlete. I don't have the elite athletic gene, but my wife does. So 21 and me just absolutely ruined.
23 and me, not a sponsor.
Not 21. My bad. That's my bad. I led you wrong.
That's fair.
Now they'll never sponsor us.
Oh no.
Well, I'm not Irish, and I'm not an athlete either, Daniel. So
we got that going.
Daniel
okay.
just found out last week that he's a father, and he's had a kid for like several years.
Congratulations, Daniel.
He's slow.
Congratulations.
He just thought he's been babysitting this whole time.
I was just like, wow. If I just stick around long enough, maybe she'll pay me eventually.
Oh, man. Well, congrats to you, Daddy-O. Good job. You brought life into this world.
Yep.
I didn't even know it.
All right, so we've got a little game, an old crowd favorite that I feel like we're gonna bring on back. Producer Sean, what are we playing, buddy?
Okay, so we're gonna play Would You Rather.
Damn.
It's exactly what it sounds like. I'm gonna read a random question from this BuzzFeed article, not a sponsor. Link will be in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. Many of these are pretty gross or naughty, so we'll see how this goes. We'll do a few rounds. We'll ask each of you to respond to each of these queries, and we'll learn some things about each other, I think.
You know, it's been a while since we've done this, Dina. If your kids are watching our show right now, Dina, what's the big question?
Well, why do you have children?
Yeah. This is adult only. We're gonna swear, cuss, and make fools out of ourselves.
Parental advice. If your children were watching.
No. It's time for your muffs, kids. Okay.
I kicked mine out.
Here we go. Let's find one that's not like too crazy right off the bat. Okay. Would you rather only sleep with people with bad breath or accidentally burp every time you moan?
I'm going to burp. I will take the burp because all kinds of weird sounds happen when you. So I think I'm going to go with burp because I can't handle bad smell. Like, there's no way because I love kissing. Okay. So if I can't do that, then we cannot be together. I'll take the burp. I'll burp with you. Just don't breathe bad breath on me.
Burp in harmony together in bed.
Yeah.
I think, I'm going to go with the burp too because
I'll learn to be quiet.
Yeah.
It's going to take me a while.
She'll swallow that burp.
Listen, Daniel already
Like everything
burps
else.
when he's in pleasure, so I don't think this is a hard question for him.
I have to say this one, and I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm gonna take bad breath because where I need my girl to be kissing me, I don't need to smell it.
You won't kiss her on the mouth?
Sean understood what I'm saying.
I don't think that's what he meant, Des.
No, but I mean, eventually, like, I get the rest. But like,
it was a little bit of misogyny, and Yeah, I'd really.
It's some light-hearted misogyny.
It's all in good fun, you know.
It's terrible.
You know.
Are you from Minnesota all of a sudden?
Yeah. You know
My
what?
back
good
is
fun,
killing me
don't you
right
know?
now,
We're
so
gonna
I'm
all
trying not to
do-
howl out in pain.
We're gonna all do northern accents from this point forward.
Oh my god.
Hey, why are you burping in bed? Hey, babe.
Minnesota, eh?
I'm
That's deep north.
sorry,
That's deep
Daniel.
north.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I must be doing a good job. You're burping quite a bit there, love.
If he sounds like a bullfrog, he's doing great. Good job,
And for
you.
the audience, it's not cultural appropriation because he's 4% Irish.
It's true.
Dina, how dare you keep bringing up
He's
my
telling his story, okay?
It's my favorite thing in the world.
Okay.
Fucking up 50%.
I think we've done this one before, but it's just such a banger. I gotta bring it back.
All right.
And we'll see. We'll have to look back and see if we have done it and if your answers have changed. But would
My
you rather
memory
have...
will tell us if we did.
I bet
We
we've
can
done this
trust
one
Dina's
before. There's no
memory.
way we haven't. Would you rather have penis fingers or a vulva for a mouth?
Oh, we've never done that.
No, we have not done this one.
That's disgusting.
I feel like we have.
Okay,
Let
so
me think about
as
this.
our judge, I need some clarification. Do all these like anatomical
I'm not going to
parts?
give you a biology lesson
We
right now,
need to
buddy.
know,
No.
do they come
did
with
this
little
20 years ago.
testicles, Sean? Do they come with little testicles?
It just says penises, so I'm thinking like
Shaft.
no
only.
testicles,
Okay.
just
I'm
Is
gonna
it
do.
vertical or
both of them.
horizontal?
vertical or horizontal.
I've chosen vulva. I've
I would
chosen
say-
vulva mouth. I want vulva mouth. You can't have too many vulvas. Okay, you can't have too many of those.
It's fair.
So.
That's a good
Fine.
take.
Mhm.
I feel
Tina,
like
to
food
answer
would
your
be...
question, I would say it's vertical, but only when you're excited.
I'm going to go with penis fingers. Because it would be really funny to flick people with them.
Yeah. It would also be
If
a
I
sex
was a
crime,
man for a
but-
day.
it would be a sex crime. Shaking hands would be a sex crime.
If you
You'd have to wear
point
custom
if you
gloves.
point at someone, they're gonna think you're into them every single time.
Custom latex gloves everywhere you go.
It puts a new perspective on, oh shit, what are mini penises called?
Micro.
Micro
Micro
penis.
penis.
Yeah, micro.
Yeah.
It's a new perspective on micro penis because, like, they're just
Sweetheart,
little mini
sweetheart, if you had
penises
full
in the
length,
finger.
like this isn't a micro penis size. Like that micro penis is much smaller.
And Daniel knows what a
Well,
I know.
micro
They're
penis is.
super,
damn it, I
super.
walked
No,
right
but they're
into that.
super, super thin. Right? So wait, is it not the same?
I was thinking the
width as
same
your
size.
finger?
I was thinking little tiny wieners.
Yeah,
You know, for some
Yeah.
reason, I just pictured huge dongs on your hands. And I don't know why.
just a bunch of 8 inches.
No, I
just
pictured like
fucking-
spaghetti.
I
Big floppy
pictured little
dongs,
finger
just
size,
Getting in the way all the time. You're trying to eat, and
like
you're like,
Edward.
God damn it.
Edward Wiener hands.
Yes,
Ugh.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and I was like, oh yeah, like my first part right here is the tip, and then
Yeah.
you'll determine if it's circumcised or not. Like,
Yeah, but
that-
it grows
that's-
when you're excited.
This is
Like
taking my mind in
Pinocchio,
the worst
okay.
places.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want that. That's a lot of sensitivity on the end of your fingers, and you got to do a
Yeah.
lot with your hands. So
That's
hold them
true.
out.
Yeah.
My
It
work
makes-
would be really
hold 'em out.
fun.
Yeah, Dina's
no.
one too.
I mean, either way, I guess it would.
But here's
You're
the
on
thing.
camera.
Under vulva mouth, I would assume that eating and drinking would be far more pleasurable.
Everything would.
Or
right?
really weird.
Yeah, it would be really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because nobody wants hot French fries going up there. So, like, do you really want like hot
I don't
French
know.
fries? Like,
You
touching?
haven't tried it.
I mean,
You haven't tried it.
You don't
This
know
is
that.
very-
You have no way of knowing
I
that.
hold on though. Do you still have a tongue? Do you still have taste buds?
Oh my
Like, is
God.
it
Yeah,
still-
like
You said you
You
weren't going to
still
give us
taste food?
biological. You said you weren't going to give us biological.
No, this isn't
details.
biology at this point. I thought Brian. Why did I call you Brian?
Brian.
Thanks to
Brian.
my dog is Brian. I thought
Oh,
Daniel was
Brian.
going to ask me what a vulva is.
Same
That's
thing.
why I said that.
I know what a vulva is. I just don't know where the clitoris is.
I had to
but-
look it up, but it's fine. I'm kidding.
Google.
I mean,
Google
imagine
Google
how much.
Oh,
diagram.
Hmm,
Imagine
sounds
how
like
much
magma.
easier.
I'm not
It's a
sure.
hot magma.
It's the thing in the back of your throat, right? That's what we're talking about?
Yeah, that's exactly. Yep,
the thing
that's
back
it
there.
right
I
there.
thought it was that thing that goes up and down, the vulva apple. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
The vivapple.
But think about how much
The
easier
vivapple.
masturbation is when all you have to do is lick your own lips.
Yeah, exactly.
So
this would be
also comes back to
difficult.
the same question I had.
Do you
Like,
have
do you have a tongue? If your mouth is a vulva.
Yes. I say yes. Why not?
That would be terrifying to see a tongue come out of fucking.
Listen,
I have this
we're
friend
post-COVID
that
times.
can't.
You can wear a mask and no one will question it.
Sorry, but
no one has to know.
if my vulva mouth had a tongue, that would be just fine. Like, that would be just
I
fine.
wouldn't be mad.
Also, if two vulva mouth individuals kissed, would that be considered scissoring?
Yeah.
See, the benefits grow; they continue. This is a good thing.
God, we could write
I'm
a whole
sticking
book
with
about this
penile
one
fingers.
question.
We're getting deep
Penile
dives
fingers.
in here.
Dina
I just
penis
really want to
hands.
slap somebody with
Coming
it.
soon to a theater
I feel
near
like
you.
that sound would be very pleasing to
With
the ear.
wiener fingers,
There's
slapping
no
people with
coming
it.
back.
I would do a lot of windmills. I would do a lot of windmills.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that. If I was able to, that's what I would do all half my day is windmills.
Just
Right now, I'm just
imagine.
picturing
Yeah, exactly.
Dina. I'm picturing Dina coming up behind her husband who's playing video games and just gently rests her penis hands on his shoulder.
Just right down at the side of his cheek. Just,
This is in the weeds.
oh,
This one.
sweet Jesus. Okay. We're already too far into this. I want to do one more though,
Right.
and then we'll move on.
Okay.
Somebody
Okay,
come get him.
here we go. Oh no, I know we did that one before. That was disgusting.
Oh,
Oh God. Okay.
somebody come get her.
She dancing
Would you
like
rather
a
receive oral from Loki or give oral to Killmonger for the Marvel fans?
Oh, this is an easy one. What?
A.
Yeah, are you for real? I would. That's not even hard. Definitely. Yeah, Loki is my.
It could
It's
be
my-
flaccid.
I would be fine.
So,
I mean, but Michael B. Jordan though. I mean,
No, Loki is my dreamboat villain. I would do
Yeah.
anything for him.
anything.
I love him.
Captain America and Loki. Yeah. He has
Oh,
So here's
leave
the
the
thing.
cap at home. Just give me
Tina
that villain.
just pivoted the question to suit her
Sidestep.
own needs.
So here's the problem. Loki feels like the right answer. It does. Because
No,
even as a
he
dude,
is.
Loki could go turn
You're just trying to be
into
controversial,
anything.
Daniel. Shut up. We know what you
Here's
want.
the problem. Loki is a trickster god. He isn't just gonna, get the normal oral sex. He's gonna transform into something truly fucking weird.
I
Or
hope
like
he does.
He's
tentacle
very
penis.
selfish.
Yeah, he better be selfish.
It's
I like
still
when he's
Loki.
selfish. Yeah.
Desi, I can't with you. Sean, we're gonna have to put this whole episode rated fucking.
This is fantastic. Let's
Be
just do Would
selfish,
You Rather
Loki.
for the
Tell
rest
me
of the
what to
night.
do. Yeah, I love him.
Sean, I need one more would you rather question. I can't
Okay,
I can't
this
quit
one's
it.
for you, buddy.
Thank you.
I'm sweating. There.
Would you rather every time you orgasm shout "I love you, mom" or
Oh, fuck.
shout "Long live the queen"?
Oh,
Long live the queen.
hell yeah.
But you have to salute. You have to salute while you
Fine.
do it.
Oh, absolutely will. Long
Long
live the queen.
I can't even
Absolutely.
touch the Oedipal
Daniel's
complex
picking
that
his
would
mom, and
involve.
we know it.
No, God, no. I would be yelling, "God save the queen." I would be fucking saluting like crazy. I'm not touching the Oedipal complex that
It's
could
weird
arise from
because I
that
do
fucking
that
weirdness.
anyway, but yeah.
I tried
Oh,
to do that once, and it didn't land. The joke didn't land.
Wait.
Sometimes they get mad, but I mean, you're already there, so what does it matter?
Yeah. I was like, worth it.
Is this like the penis flick thing, Dina?
Yeah.
I'd say get mad.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, the microphone.
Yeah, the microphone. Yeah, Dina,
Yeah.
tell Desi your move, your seduction method.
Okay, this is not my move. Somebody
move.
told me
Dina,
to do
Dina,
this.
it's your move.
It's her move.
It's your move.
It's her move.
Okay, so you just gotta like go up to them like when they're unsuspecting, minding their own business, and you just gotta like go right up to their peen. You gotta go. Is this thing on?
I've done that. I've done that. That's my move. And it's
I knew it was a
funny.
thing.
Every time I do it, they go, "Oh my god, that's so funny!" They think it's so funny.
I've never gotten a laugh.
I do every time. I go. Hey, this thing on?
Dina's like a stand-up comedian that's bombing.
Dina, how does it not work? Every time I do it, they go, "Oh my god, Desi."
The salute doesn't land either. No, he's just.
Is this a thing that I've just been missing out on? Like,
I'm
what
not
the fuck is going
the
on?
salute lands, but like I said, you're already there. It doesn't matter. But the microphone thing, that's funny. They think that's yeah. Mostly.
To be fair,
Now try that with penis fingers.
is this thing on?
Flopping them around.
Once again, Lonely Island is the most accurate representation of the male psychology when it comes to sex. From their song "I Just Had Sex," because it literally is doesn't matter, had sex. It's true. You guys can do whatever fucking weird shit that you want, and we're just gonna be like, well,
that's what I'm saying, Dina. We have to talk about the microphone thing. How come that's not landing? That's funny. That's real funny.
Maybe Desi could coach you on the.
Well, you gotta follow it up.
microphone.
Is this thing on? Well, this is gonna be a great night tonight. You know, you just keep
God.
going.
Wait, try the fish, tip your
Try the
bartender.
fish, tip your bartender. My name is Desi. Thank you so much. You got some love in the back?
No.
And you just
No, I literally
keep
just
going.
did the "is this thing on?" and he just like stared at me like I was fucking crazy.
Drinks are on me,
Fantastic.
fellas.
Oh my!
It works.
Oh,
I
I
saw
almost
that.
had her and she caught herself and I'm pissed.
Almost. All right. Well, this has been Would You Rather.
How the fuck are we supposed to transition to the rest of this show, guys?
Now it's time to get serious about racial issues in Kansas City, 1925.
Not quite yet. We first are going
I'm
to deal with your
kidding.
own personal racial issues because
Hold on. Don't you mean what is it? Kansas, Missouri? Is that what you said?
God
I'm
damn
from
it.
Kansas,
Kansas.
Missouri.
Kansas,
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 Like,
Missouri.
where
That's
are
like
you
the
from,
fantasy
Daniel?
version.
That's not an
land where
Irish
I-
accent at all. Kansas, Missouri.
That's from Kansas, Missouri. That's my hard cowboy voice.
So I'm just gonna go with this one.
Oh, are you putting on your author hat
Every
already?
segment put on a new hat.
Okay, I've got this one.
Oh my God, Dina just got so into that.
Yeah, she did. Dina
The way her eyes just got really wide,
lit,
like
lit
that
up.
every time. It's like when Taylor Swift changes outfits between songs.
Oh my god.
I just want to see Desi's full stand-up routine, like in the bedroom. Like, I just figure, like,
It's hilarious. They love it. Don't worry.
is it like a cabaret
Don't
show
worry
where it's just
about
like
it,
some
doll.
music in between?
Don't worry
some,
about
like,
it, darling. They're gonna love it.
They're
Don't
gonna
worry.
love you. They're gonna love you. It's like butter. We're all about storytelling here, and as such, we try to share a fun story each week. So without further ado,
It's story time with Desi.
When I was a little girl, my daddy sat me down with a super proud look in his face, and he said, "Desi, did you know that you're a Mexican?" And I looked at him, and tears welled up in my eyes, and I started bawling, and I said, "Daddy, I don't want to be a Mexican," because I thought he was calling me a name. And so began the journey of finding out who I really am.
I mean,
And
at
that's a
least we
true
didn't.
story.
At least we didn't call you a Mexican.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Why did you
So
call
what, you
me
thought
that,
it was
Dad?
like- You thought it was like a derogatory term?
I thought he was like calling me, ugly or dumb. I was like, why did you say that? I don't want to be Mexican. And he just started laughing and laughing. And then I cried harder and he laughed and I cried. And yeah, he tells everybody the story. I don't want to be a Mexican.
How many years did this go on? Or like, did you find out quite quickly?
I was 5 years old when he told me that. I hadn't even gone to kindergarten yet.
Right, but how many years, like,
until
did you
you were
continue
like
to
cool
believe that
with
it was
it?
a bad thing?
Yeah.
I don't think that I discovered what he was trying to tell me for at least 2 to 3, maybe longer. I mean, maybe into.
Oh my God.
By the time I was in fifth grade, I was understanding, but no, for a
The
long
being
time.
Mexican's cool. Like, you love it now, right?
I do now, but at that time I was like, Dad, why did you say that to me? And like, I would just wake up with existential dread, 5 years old, in my bed. Why did my father call me this terrible name?
Why does Daddy hate me?
Yeah. I'm a Mexican, So
do you see how excited Dina is? It's because she thinks it's like a prank that your dad was pulling on you.
No.
And she's looking at it like
he wanted to instill this
how long
pride.
until he actually told her that it wasn't a bad thing?
No, I just think that like I'm trying to imagine thinking that like your whole identity and like just learning one day, just being there and learning, oh my God, it's not actually an insult. My father has not been cussing me out this whole time.
I don't know the turning point of when I discovered that it wasn't a bad thing. I do remember him telling me, but Desi, I'm a Mexican too. And I was like, oh my God, no.
You're not Mexican, Daddy. Oh no.
We're both, whatever he is, I am, but I don't know what that means. Yeah.
I can just picture
we're both horrible.
We're both Mexicans. So yeah.
I'm just picturing you in kindergarten. Like, some little boy just like steals your crayons and you're like, you're such a Mexican. And then all the teachers are like calling your parents in like a rush going,
office. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, listen, we need to talk about you're super racist. What is going on?
What is happening in your household, sir?
Yeah. My daddy was trying to help. He was trying to instill pride, and I just started bawling. And yeah, he loves that story. Like, I don't want to be a Mexican. I'm like, oh man, sorry, Dad. I didn't know.
Out of all the reactions I bet he was expecting, that was probably not it.
He laughed so hard that I cried harder because I thought it was just like a Millhouse or whatever that guy on The Simpsons, like, ha ha. But he was just really laughing at me. But he was trying to help me. Discover who I am, but don't think 5-year-olds are going to capture that. Don't tell them, identity things.
No.
Listen, man, I get it. My daughter's 4, like she's gonna be 5 pretty soon, and like when we announced that we were having
tell her she's a Jew. Please tell her she's a Jew and record it.
I don't want to be that at all.
Oh my God, I bet that probably would be a thing. But like when we told her that she was getting a baby brother, and she was like, I wanted a baby sister, and she just lost her mind,
like
dude.
that.
Like,
I don't want a baby brother. I want to be a Mexican. I don't
pick
like
something different.
Yeah.
It's like then someday your dad was like, "Listen, you don't know this now, but our culture has the fucking greatest food."
Yeah, I knew that part. Yeah, I just couldn't connect the dots. I was still, peeing my pants, picking my nose. I just didn't understand it. I mean, I still do those things, but like now I know. It's nice to be a Mexican.
Same. Not the Mexican part, but the other parts. Yeah. All right.
Daniel's like 0.5% Mexican, and he's like, yeah, same.
Oh, I got no. I was just more talking about the
Just
picking
like with the
boogers and
Irish.
peeing myself. Yeah. Dude, listen, I can't.
I love potatoes. Yeah. Just so you know.
We'll get to that, Desi. You put a pin in that.
Hold on.
So Desi, I need to know real quick. All right, we gotta go Van Damme. We gotta get serious here. We're gonna eye contact. Let's focus up.
God.
Are you focusing up?
Oh yeah, this is the serious as I get.
Perfect. Do you have a neckerchief or some tissues handy by chance?
Did you say a neckerchief?
Neckerchief, tissues, pocket squares, towel you don't care.
Whatever you have hanging around.
Just whatever Kansas City.
I have a
chefs.
Puma. I have my sock.
Perfect.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just go ahead and get that ready.
I'm ready.
Did you just take off your sock to get that?
Maybe.
Yeah. This just happened. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Listen, Dina, sometimes you're in a pinch and you got to use whatever's nearby. All right?
Okay.
It was that
All
or my
that's fair.
bra, and this one was
And
easier
that's
to
why
No
I
judgment.
constantly ask the condom question, Sean.
All right, we're gonna have to ask her the condom question now because all right, put a pin in that as well, Dina. Because Dina, I can't have you distract me right now. We're serious.
This would be a huge
podcast
condom. Think about it. Like, this would be insane.
Oh Lord, help me.
If only it was corduroy.
I mean, I don't think Killmonger would have a trouble with that size.
Just saying.
We're hitting nothing.
Whoa there.
Desi, it is time for deeply. We're gonna
Too
peel
much.
back the layers of the potato. It is time for deeply emotional, hard-hitting questions.
No,
with
potatoes had layers.
Dinosaurs.
Okay.
I kind of want to get like a chime, like a gentle chime for that
Yeah, let's
moment.
do it. Yeah, man.
Not today. I'll put it in post.
All right.
I'm ready.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's your cue, Dina.
All right.
Yep.
Desi, can you close your eyes?
Mm.
Okay. What color are the sparkles behind your eyes?
Well, they're supposed to be like a dark teal, but they didn't listen. One of my favorite colors ever.
Oh my God, damn
Okay,
it.
so wait, what are they? If they're supposed to be teal, what
Well, I
are
just
they?
didn't get as dark as I wanted to, pigment-wise, But it's a very, it comes
Oh,
from
okay,
a
but they're still
palette of
teal.
a very dark teal, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm glad that we're soulmates. Thank you.
Because that was a Dina question, I was questioning myself, like, is she talking about her makeup or literal sparkles in her eyes that she sees when she closes her eyes?
No, that's why you have to
That's
close your
something that-
eyes.
No, she had to close them for us to see them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was just so that she had it fresh in her memory of what they are.
Oh, I
Because
thought
I
you
feel
wanted
like
to
people
look at
don't
them.
have that color memorized, do they?
No, I've never.
I don't know. I won't get too close because of my crinkles.
Wait a second.
I'm so.
Are we
I'm still
talking about
confused.
eyeshadow?
Yeah, aren't
That's what
we?
she's talking about. I thought.
I'm not talking about eyeshadow.
That's what I thought. This is a Dina
Oh my
question.
God.
So she's-
Yes. Okay. So Dina is into mouth
We're
drugs,
not
and
talking
she
about
asked
makeup.
weird, hallucinogenic questions.
Well, when I close my eyes, I just see my ring light, honestly. But I wish I saw teal sparkles because teal is my favorite color and I love the ocean. And that's what I hope to see one day.
There we go.
So
Believe
what
achieve.
color are the sparkles? When you close your eyes, what color are those sparkles?
Well, so I just see light circles, is the thing.
But what color is that light?
Dina,
Okay,
do
it
you
is.
have eye floaters?
I see a bright fuchsia and just like white light. Oh no. Stay away from the light,
Don't go to the
Caroline.
light. Come back to
Don't
the
go to the
light.
light.
We're not done recording yet.
Oh no.
Okay, hold on. We need a mind map on what the hell you're talking about, Dina.
Dina's mind
When you
map.
close your eyes, you don't see like sparkles and like twinklies behind your
It
eyes.
depends on how many mushrooms I've taken. Tonight was 0, but sometimes I do.
Desi,
Depends.
when you wake up, do you know you're gonna be the man sitting next to me?
Lord. This is not.
Be the man who
So
wakes up
y'all
next
don't
to
have
you.
like different color.
When I come home, yes, I know
When I
I'm
come
gonna
home.
be. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. Sean's so
And I
excited.
would.
Walk
Sorry, hi.
500 miles. Okay, you got me
miles and
excited.
I got excited too. Sorry.
Okay, so when you sit down to pee,
Mhm.
are your feet flat or do you go up on your tippy toes?
Well, because I'm 5'2.5", it really depends on the height of the toilet. So if it's a standard size, sometimes I'm on my tiptoes just because I can't help it. If it's something that's a little bit lower, I can put my feet all the way down.
I like
Okay,
it.
so like midstream,
given the
you don't like raise up
opportunity-
on your tippy toes?
I like the tippy toes because I feel like it helps give me some kind of invisible leverage to really
Yeah.
take care of business.
It's like putting your thumb partially over the garden hose, that sort of situation.
Yeah. Yeah, perfectly said. Well said.
Oh, good lord.
Do
you chew your pasta?
I chew it? Vigorously. Yeah, especially if it's layered in sauce, covered in it and cheese. I mostly just want the sauce and cheese. Sometimes I skip the pasta and I just eat the sauce and cheese. And then I don't chew the pasta at all.
I fucking love it.
Goddamn right.
That's fair.
Yeah, you've just Sean is swooning.
That's keto
I've already
pasta.
been
Just sauce and cheese.
just fuck me up with sauce and cheese, baby.
Now I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. Yeah.
So let's transport ourselves into a scenario here.
Ready?
We're dealing a lot with bathroom stuff. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
You're
I think
at
we know
home alone. You're taking a shit. Somebody breaks into your home.
Damn it.
Do you take the time to wipe before you get up and run? Or do you just freeball it?
Thank you for calling.
This reminds me of having children. I have 3 of them, and it feels like someone's breaking into your home when they're banging on the door, or by God, you forget to lock it, and they come in there, and all you do is pinch and stand up and go, what the fuck? And then you realize it's them again. So I guess I'm a pinch and runner. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they breaking in before or after you use the poop knife?
Yeah, that's a good question. Listen, I'll clean up later. I want to survive. So, and hopefully I can use some of that mess to deter them. Like, leave me alone. And they're like, oh my God.
She smells so bad.
She just turns around and goes, check this. Like, that's, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
really want some of this? And they're like, God, no. No.
She's got vulva for her mouth and she smells like shit.
This is a story pump. We call her vulva mouth. Little shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you gotta just run and you gotta grab a roll of TP and bring it with you and get somewhere safe to clean yourself up.
Pack it up, boys.
You just do what you have to do. You can let that dry up if you need to and clean it up later, really. Yeah.
I mean, time is of the essence. I don't think you have time to wipe. I think you're right. You just fucking pinch and go.
Yeah. I'm gonna save myself and then clean up later. I'm hoping it just to really shock him, from being gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great strategy. I'm behind it.
I think it's good fun.
Yeah.
It's like a natural defense mechanism.
They say if you're running in a park and like someone tries to grab you to start peeing anyway. I read that as a strategy. So
I think I would just naturally pee.
Yeah, but you have to make it clear that you're peeing. So you're gonna be like, I'm peeing.
First of all, why am I still holding this sock? Am I supposed to be emotional?
Just in case.
Okay.
Yes,
My right foot is cold.
Oh, she said it and showed it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, Desi. Oh, honey.
I feel like it's been weeks.
Desi.
What?
No, it's
Are you
not a
all
buffalo.
right, Daniel?
If that's
She
where you're
didn't
going.
get a buffalo. No, I watched her.
She used her left hand. I watched.
I think he just likes my hat.
It was just close.
I do like the hat.
It was closed. I'm holding the sock to stop myself.
She's
You're
purposely
holding the sock.
holding the cry sock in her right hand.
Oh shit! There we go.
I know.
Okay.
Look how cute my feet are.
Last question.
Oh,
Are you ready?
Last question.
No, she
Here we
said
go.
it again.
Okay.
Damn it.
Oh!
Damn
Oh
it.
my god! Oh my god! How did that happen? This is the rules.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I need you to have a very strong opinion on this question.
Oh.
Like,
okay.
nobody can argue with you. You have to lay down the law.
Come out
Bring me
swinging.
the
This isn't
Mexican
a
fire,
democracy.
okay?
The Mexican fire.
Bring that Diablo sauce.
I'm sorry,
baby.
1 second.
If she pulls out a sombrero,
Fuego.
okay.
Oh, there's
New
another one.
segment, new hat.
All right.
New segment, new hat.
All right, Desi. What is the superior form of potato?
Yeah, okay. I have the answer for this. my favorite potato is superior because it's my favorite. And that would be, and let me finish. It is a, damn it. God damn it. It's a baked potato left over the next day, sliced up, then fried in bacon grease. Okay, on a plate topped with sour cream and Cholula hot sauce and a sprinkle of freshly shredded cheddar cheese. You're welcome.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
BRB, I'm making this right now.
Yeah, why?
I have never even thought to do this.
It's the best. It is the absolute best. And that's right, just right above keeping your leftover mashed potatoes and doing the same thing, making like fried patties out of those the next day, filling those with bacon and onions and cheese and a little bit of flour and an egg and frying those and making
Producer Sean, to the potato machine.
Holy shit.
Got it. On my way.
So
that sounds incredible.
That sounds
is there
so
a name
good.
for this, or is it just?
I
thought I've heard of every variation.
We call them fried baked potatoes. If you do the mashed potatoes, those are called potato fritters, breakfast fritters. Those are the only ways to really
I'm
eat
just
them.
gonna, as far as I'm concerned, they're Papa's Desideria.
Papa's
I'm
Desideria.
making them this weekend.
Papa's Desideria, yeah,
Holy shit.
they're so good.
All right, Sean, you're gonna post.
I know
you're gonna
I
post
want
this
them.
online,
I want
right?
them so
Yeah,
bad.
I really.
They're downright
Okay.
sexual. They're good. Yeah.
This whole episode has
Sold.
been downright sexual, from penis fingers to Papa's Desideria. Like, fuck.
So hungry now for all
Oh my
kinds of
God.
things. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Same. Wow.
All right.
That was the best answer we've ever had, I think.
Yeah. I thought I had heard it all, and maybe I'm just sheltered.
What do people say? They say like mashed, baked, fried, right? Of the variety.
French fries.
Yeah, like steak fries is a common one. Hash browns, fuck you, Alexander James.
Okay, but like
Tater
my
tots.
thing is like no one is ever really super specific about the preparation. It's usually a
Yeah.
very vague answer, like a preparation of potato.
I don't
but it'll
fuck
be like
around
fries,
when it comes to
or it'll
potatoes.
be like
Yeah.
mashed.
You shouldn't.
But like you had an extremely specific idea
Yeah.
in mind, and we appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. No, this is. All right. So Desi, I need you to do another hat change. We're gonna put on our serious author hats now for a second.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
Are you just sitting next to a trunk of hats?
Maybe.
Cannot confirm or deny.
I cannot. Yes.
Okay, hold on. Before I even go any further, how many hats do you have?
I probably have about 20 hats. Now, next to me, I've only chosen 3 because I didn't want to seem weird, but.
That's fair.
You're right. No, I'm with you on that.
I chose the 3 that made my face look the best. And just in case, a beau were to wander by the show and go, ooh, so. I had to think
Someone
about
looks
that.
and goes,
That's good. You got to
"That's
put your
good.
best foot
Hat.
forward or
That's
your
a
best
very-
hat forward.
Look how
Sorry.
beautiful
I
her
didn't mean
face
to.
looks in that hat."
Thank you. Yes.
So
Fine.
before I get into the serious author questions, I've got a bone to pick with you.
Oh,
I've got a
my.
very serious issue with your book.
Because I meant.
Hold on. Are you gonna give us the book blurb
Yes.
before you get into
Yes.
this, Daniel?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Guys, this week we read The BINDLE PUNK BRUJA. You can find it available now on Amazon and everywhere where books are sold. Guys, this book is about a boardwalk empire meets the vanishing half with a touch of earth magic in this sexy, action-packed historical fantasy set in the luminous golden 20s from debut author Desideria Mesa, where a part-time reporter and a club owner takes on crooked city councilmen, mysterious and deadly mobsters, and a society's deeply rooted sexism and racism, all while keeping her true identity and magical abilities hidden, inspired by an ancient Mexican folktale.
Well
Can
done.
we go back for a second? Because this
Yeah.
has been like 3 times now. Desi, could you please say your last name so that Daniel can feel like shit?
It is Mesa. Mesa like table.
Yeah.
But I love how you say it.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people do. Daniel, did you just acquire that hat? I feel like you just acquired this hat.
No, he's had it since he was like 2 years old.
I meant during the show.
Oh yeah, when I said we're putting on our serious author
That's
hats.
his serious author
Yeah.
hat. His Winnie the Pooh hat is his serious author hat.
I love it. it's Mesa, Dina. You caught my look. I was trying not to. Because it's so cute when he says it.
Every single time you said it, I was
hold
like,
on
oh
a
my
second.
god.
Dina, how long were you just gonna let me flounder and drown?
Messing up
show.
names is his thing. It's his shtick. Like, it's part
I
of
would
his
never correct you, Daniel.
It was so cute though, but my
Listen.
daddy does it wrong. He says his own. So he follows me on Twitter. He's Papa Mesa, something, and he'll comment on my stuff if it's too risque. He'll say, like, Dad, get out of here. So, but he will say Mesa when he's telling people over the phone so that they'll spell it right. And I'm like, Dad, why do you do that? He's like, listen, just
spell it.
we're Mesa.
It's
I
four
know.
letters.
Don't accommodate them white folks. Don't do that.
Yeah, he does what he needs to
Mesa.
do, but yeah, Papa
Well, you guys
Mesa
just
on
let-
there.
Guys, we've been recording for
Listen.
an hour, and I've said her last name like
Yeah.
4
Desi.
times, and you guys
Yeah,
just
you
let
At
sure
least 4 or 5 times. Yeah.
It was
Because
great.
it's part of your shtick.
I
To
loved
mess
it.
up names.
Okay, when you rewatch the show, Daniel, watch my face every time you say it. It's so cute. I'll be like,
Yeah.
She
Listen,
did. She
you are-
cringed
you are
every
Daniel lives in
time. I was
Atlanta,
like,
Georgia.
oh, God.
He's never met a Mexican in his life. You need to forgive him.
yeah. Am I your first Mexican, Daniel? Am I your first
Oh
one?
my God.
You are the first Mexican love of my life, buddy. God damn it.
You're welcome. You're
I
welcome.
feel like when Daniel was saying that's not true, I feel like he was about to say, I definitely have a black friend. Just to cover his head.
No, I have a
You're just
Mexican
like,
friend. I know one. I do.
Daniel's already checked all the misogyny and all the sexism.
Yeah, except
and-
he just found out his one Mexican friend is actually Puerto Rican, and he had no idea.
He's like, what? Mexico, El Salvador. What do you mean? God,
Brazil, something weird. I don't know.
can't even tell you how often we deal with that. That's so funny. That's
Whichever
funny.
place they're from where they make chalupas and quesadillas, that's what I
That's
like.
Taco. That's
Oh my God.
Taco Bell, bitch. That's Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I
That's
had
not
Mexican
Mexican.
pizza for dinner, homemade, because I didn't want to go get junky Taco Bell. I wanted like something healthy. Shit was not as good as Taco Bell. I'm just
Oh my God, it
never
hurts.
is.
Theta, that hurt.
Never is.
That hurt.
Well, Desi, I'm sorry that I am utterly terrible with names, and I'm going to be canceled after this episode, guys. But you know what?
Listen, Danielle, it's fine. No worries.
Danielle.
Damn,
No, remember what I told you to do when Daniel messes up your name, Desi?
To
Before we
mess up
started?
Daniel's quietly. Don't you worry.
Daniel Quigley.
We landed on Derek at one point.
Oh yeah, I was
think,
supposed to
gonna
say
be
your
the-
name wrong. Derek with the finger
Yeah.
gun.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
remember?
I was getting,
I
I
totally
was getting the
forgot.
hard
Finger
name.
guns.
I do
Oh, no.
like finger guns. I just like that Desi
Penis
gives me
guns.
attention.
Penis
Can you
guns.
imagine finger guns with penis fingers? But it would be so gross, right? Pew pew pew.
I'm just
We
You
put on
would
our
be
serious.
like, oh God, no! Oh my God, stop!
Desi, does serious author hat mean nothing to you? We are serious authors right now with these hats on.
Pew pew.
This episode's an instant banger, you guys. A
yeah, it
classic.
is.
Here it goes.
Oh
He
my
got me again.
Oh fuck.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm sorry. We were
Let's talk
talking
about
about
the book.
Mexicans.
I've got. Before we get too much further, because
Yeah.
we're serious authors. I've got a bone to
Okay.
pick. First of all, how dare you?
How dare?
How dare?
The audacity
see-
of this bitch.
How dare?
The sheer
I know what I
gall.
did.
Listen, Desi.
I don't know either.
A lot of time, men, especially idiots or people that were less desirable, and it was always referred to in a negative sight, you called them potatoes. Multiple times in this
Oh
book.
my God, I was so
You
offended.
You called men potatoes. Bad men potatoes. And the potato is the greatest food that our world, the foundation of the greatest thing that our world could do. And you besmirched the proud potato. What do you have to say for yourself?
First of all, if you were reading closely enough, it was root vegetables overall. The potato wasn't the only one mentioned. And secondly,
He's just laughing.
My favorite part of this exchange is I'm thinking Daniel's going to be upset because he's an idiot, but instead he's just upset because you besmirched the potato.
This is true. I'm okay with being an idiot, but no one besmirches potatoes on this show.
My God, it was brilliant though. And I do it again. Daniel.
I do it again, see?
I do it again. See, you can't stop me. You can't stop me.
Sorry, it was the hat.
Yeah, I
It
know.
got me Dick Tracy vibes.
And I would have got away with it too. And eventually you meddling kids.
I'm gonna leave a review. 5 stars. But please rework
4.8.
potatoes.
4.8 because of those fucking potatoes. My
The
God.
fucking
The blasphemy.
potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm personally offended. That's how I'm going to start my review.
Just-
Like every review. I'm so offended. All reviews
But-
start that way. All the negative ones. They're so funny. But yes, I thought it was clever. My agent liked it. What do you want? Potatoes. I think
listen,
about a
But
potato.
I've got a
I
bone to
think
pick
about
with your agent too.
when she talks about in the book, the men that she's referring to as potatoes, you just picture a potato sitting there like this. And I think about those men. That's all.
But then I think about how lovely those men would be and how they are
If
contributing
they're
to the betterment
chopped
of
up and fried in pig fat, Daniel, then I would be fine with that, right? Okay?
She's got a point. And for the record, folks at home, all these potatoes are usually mobsters, lowlives, generally unsavory characters, so don't feel bad about us chopping them up and frying them.
We're good with it. No.
So, all right, but I am going to segue to an honest question. One of the
Dina, what's
best
going
things
on
about
over
your
there?
book
What is
that-
Dina showing us?
I'm raising my desk. Nothing. That's my microphone.
Okay.
It's falling.
I'm sorry. She goes,
It's fine. I'm fine.
everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
I had a fancy mic. I'm sorry I didn't use one. Now I feel out of the loop.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Well, we
I'm
kind
sorry.
of do this a lot. So.
Daniel, didn't mean to cut you off. You were
Sorry.
talking about how mad you are about potatoes, and
No. We've moved
I
forward
put my
from
sock
that.
back on.
because
Okay.
One of the things I
glad you put
actually
your sock back on.
genuinely loved about your book is how immersive in the 1920s time period that you were able to get everything from the dialogue, from the lingo. I'm a big fan of history.
Son of a bitch, Daniel.
Dina, you knew. I'm sorry that I'm a genius when it comes to asking questions.
You're
Once
not,
again, you
though.
guys should discuss your interview questions ahead of time, but
Yeah.
you never do.
No, ever.
I'm gonna ask it anyway.
Oh, God. But my
And I'll
point-
just cut Daniel's out and leave Dina's in.
Thank you.
I just want to ask my question.
I'm gonna answer it twice. Go ahead.
All right. But one of the biggest, just great qualities about this book is how immersive it is. Everything from how you describe the settings to how the characters talk, walk, interact, the cars, everything about, just that kind of roaring 20s scene. It feels like you transported there. How much research, how much work went into creating this complete atmosphere that you did with this book?
A lot. An incredible amount. More research than writing, to be quite honest. I started a college paper actually about 3 years prior to writing that book that actually inspired the idea. It was very boring. It was about boulevards and parks. And then I found out about how they would do title restrictions to keep people of color out of white neighborhoods. And it kind of grew from there. But you had to look, you're talking about historical fantasy. 30 minutes to sometimes 45 minutes to look up, accurate terminology or how to start a car from, this model of 1925 to write one sentence. This is a lot of fucking research. Immersive was what I was going for. I don't know about literary. I don't know about what, colleges want and what, big time, what people are looking for, but I just wanted exactly what you said, which is for people to be able to walk right through that and feel like that they were there. But that does take an ass ton of research. It does. Now I talk like I'm from the 20s, and I tell everyone they're the cats meow. Because they got stuck
now
in my head.
Dina, go ahead and ask that same question.
Yeah, please, Dina.
Okay. No, actually, going based off of what Daniel just said in your response to Daniel's question, what made you specifically focus on the vernacular, the idioms, and the colloquialisms of the 1920s? Because, yes, obviously you had that immersive feel in your book and everything, and you did all the research for the cars and everything, but what made you really, really fixate on the idioms and colloquialisms that you wound up using? And, like, were those harder to look up than other things?
They are difficult to look up, but I focused on those because so many times when I have read everything from high fantasy to historical, a lot of times the dialogue in particular misses the mark and you get pulled out of the era because it sounds too modern. And so I wanted to sound like, okay, if we were sitting around talking and it's 1925, we're not going to use the same vernacular. We're going to talk completely differently in a lot of ways. Yeah. The way my kids talk to me, they're using all of these terms they're learning off of TikTok, and half the time I don't know what the fuck they're saying. Okay. And that's the same thing. Okay. If you're walking through 1925, you're almost going to be like, whoa, what was that again? Because there's a lot of fun slang. And one of the things I wanted to do was use slang terms that weren't as readily known by the public. So when you read Great Gatsby and all of those things, you hear, cat's pajamas and stuff like that. I actually didn't use those kind of terms. I wanted to use ones that were less widely known, something that you would, hear amongst friends on the street and that kind of thing. I thought it was a lot of fun. So hopefully people thought so too.
So, I mean, love all that. And I think that one of the hardest things is that, I mean, this was a incredibly ambitious story on all the themes and, everything from racial inequality, religious inequality, issues with homosexuality, bootlegging, all of this just tied up in the time period. And, obviously in 2023, we look at everything through a progressive lens. And what was it like having to balance what was realistic to the time period and without crossing that line of, okay, this is just straight offensive? Because obviously you in the 20s were a very progressive time and you have a very progressive spin on it. But I mean, that had to be a hard balancing act to have realism that didn't necessarily be okay with the negative prejudices of the era.
The 1920s was a progressive time for the 1920s compared to today, right? So at that time it was progressive. What I found out was how far we've come and then how far we have not. So when I looked up, okay, if I showed you articles that were written at the time in the newspapers, like we're talking about widely known newspapers at that time, they're talking about the same issues using a lot of times the same terminologies that we're still using today. So when we talk about women's issues and we talk about LGBTQ and we talk about women's right to choose, all of these things that we talk about today, it is frightening and shocking how much it has not changed from that time and the arguments that were still going on. So I have had some pushback sometimes from, not a lot, but some reviews that are like, oh, this is really liberal, this is really progressive, you're trying to send a message. Dude, this is what they were fucking talking about at that time. This is real stuff I'm pulling from the newspapers. And I'm sorry if it looks like we're having the same arguments, but we're having the same arguments today. And that's really, I didn't set out to make a discussion. It just was there. And the story needed to be told. And so I told it.
And that was like the most depressing thing is I wanted to the characters have come so far and they fought through so much and overcame so much. And I just wanted to be like, you've still got another 100 years of just regressive bullshit you still have to fight.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell him either. But you guys are doing great. I'm not even going to tell you what's coming. The 60s hasn't even shown up yet. Okay, but yeah, definitely. And it actually brought a lot of emotion through that too, to see the fights that were beginning. It's like, I'm not making this stuff up. I like the, fiction authors, we make a lot of stuff up. But I didn't even have to in a lot of ways with these characters and the things that they were fighting and the things that they were saying. there's something that I overheard where there were it was like a very conservative group versus liberal group, and the argument was like, why are there so many gays in modern, fiction, whether that be books or television or whatever. And it's almost like they're trying to say there's like more gay people now than ever. No, there isn't. They just weren't allowed to say anything. They weren't allowed to say anything. And there was this whole culture, which I was trying to hint to, which book two, as I'm working on, gets more deeper into. Out of New York in particular, there's this whole underground of LGBTQ and all of their own like terms and different things that they're using so they don't kind of get caught. It's like these code words and things. And there was a reviewer that's like, this sounds like you're, making it too modern. No, they were gays.
Always been.
I know that's shocking, and I'm sorry if that harms you, but there were, and they really were active and proud of themselves. Even back then, when it was very hard to be, and that's the trailblazers that I was trying to highlight at that time.
And I love it. I think you did a phenomenal job, and frankly, to those closed-minded fucks, these are the stories that need to be told. This is history. This is life, and fucking rock on for doing it, man. That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Speaking of sticking to the area and everything, and your idioms, colloquialisms, things like that, let's talk about the reason behind choosing the title name, because I'm sure that there's some people that don't know. So go ahead.
Bindle Punk. I like to think there's something really deep behind it. There isn't. It was one of those. I'm looking up, terms from the early 1900s. I know terms from the early 1900s, and I fell in love with this one, Bindle Punk, and I kept looking at it, and I was like, I love this. So my main character, Luna, right? That's her name. She's born with. She's white passing, so she takes on this name her mother gives her as a rose, so she can, come out into white society. She feels like she has no home. Bindle Punk is a term that means wanderer, like you think of like a hobo, someone who doesn't have a home. I can identify with what that feels like. And when I saw the term Dina, it was an identification for me. Like, I feel I don't know where I belong. I still struggle with that a lot of times. And so that's why I gave that title. It was really the heart of what Luna struggles with. And then Bruja, of course, being a witch. And my agent kind of helped me with some of that title. I have to give her some props, but on that second half. But yeah, that's really why. I was just looking through 20s terms and I thought, oh my God, there it is. You know it when you see it, when you're naming something.
Yep.
And that's when I saw it, that was
Absolutely.
it. And so kind of going on that, I want to talk a little bit about the Bruja, about the magical realism and the kind of fantasy elements that you weave into this story. Because I know for one, Dina, not to speak for you, but Dina, would you say that you're a big fan of houseplants and just plants everywhere in general?
I fucking love houseplants.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, dang it.
I'm literally looking at my garden right now.
And so I knew as soon as
your entire house a garden.
And so as soon as I saw this magic based on having plants of the earth, of all of this, and like this was part of not only the aesthetic but the magic behind it, I was like, oh my God, Dina's gonna fucking love this. But talk to me about just how you used the kind of a different base of magic elements and kind of the I'm assuming Mexican base for the system and the use, the mythology of it.
Yeah, the magic system is based off of brujeria, which is just it's witchcraft. But in Mexican culture, I've heard some people refer to it as Mexican magic, and so it is. There are some similarities. So when you look up witchcraft, a lot of it is earth-based. A lot of it is connecting to the earth, and that's very common. There are some things that are very different about Mexican magic, and book two really gets into some of those things that are very different. But brujeria is, centered more around the healers, around reading and that sort of thing. You get into destruction magic if you have like brujas who are a little more on the sorcery side, a little look more down upon. And I just wanted to pull all of those elements in so I could build a larger world for sequels. But it is an earth-based magic, which I identify with just because I, love the idea of us being connected to the earth. And there's so much to pull from there. Um, so there's some uniqueness there. I'm hoping that comes out in that first book, definitely comes out in the second, but I love the idea of grounded, magic that seems almost like you can access it, where you're at, not too highly fantastical that it's out of reach.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you could make up in your mind, you could make up alternative explanations as to how it happened that wasn't necessarily magic. And I think that walking that line was awesome.
I like the
So,
idea of talking to the sky, of talking to, like the stars answering back, those types of things. That we've all been children before and we've looked up at the sky and there's the stars and you kind of hope there's something bigger out there. So I kind of like to play off of that too.
love it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we're going to have Dina ask one more question and then we're going to get into a reading here. This was just kind of off script here. All right.
So what went behind the choice of making your main character, Luna, basically like a beard, essentially, for Heck when when they made their deal?
Beard, just define that for me really quick, as in like,
Am I using it wrong?
No, I mean, you're right. So
I'm
beard is
not,
kind of like,
remember that I'm stuck in the 20s when I'm looking at terms. And so
Okay, so a beard is basically, well, no, I'm not like super great at terminology either. So a beard is basically like where somebody is protecting or like being like a cover for the other person that's gay or lesbian or whatever.
Because it had to happen back in the 20s. So when I did my research, there was a lot of that happening. I'll give you an example. There were buildings that people could rent rooms out and or rent out, like apartments, for example. And you would have two male roommates that would rent these rooms out. And they could rent those out and no one would ask any questions. These are like lower income places, but everyone knew in that building that was, a gay couple. And so that's an example. There were many different situations where people would protect each other in this underground world of LGBTQ. And this is what I was trying to say earlier is like the culture and community was there, but they had to be very creative about doing it. And so I created Heck's character off of many different ideas, including his last name comes off of actually a real character in Kansas City, who was a terrible person, and Heck is the heir of that. I wanted to create something where, he would protect her because he's also protecting her and she is protecting him. And that, you have these two people coming together, knowing, being proud of who they are, but also protecting each other. Because in that environment, without each other, I mean, they're going to be forced to do, horrible things. And I didn't want them to have to do that. I wanted them to be able to protect each other. So a little bit of fiction thrown in there with some realism of how people would realistically have to go about that situation. So absolutely, there were marriages that were like that, were set up to protect each other. Just like with the, renting apartments, and there were all different kinds of things. If you really get into the research, that's just the one that I chose because I thought it was kind of endearing. I see them as kind of like a brother sister relationship, so I would do anything for the people that I love to protect them, and that's kind of how I saw it.
And I love that. And guys, if you've been enjoying these answers, if you guys love what you've been hearing, guys, check out Bindle Punk Bruja. I cannot recommend it enough. It's amazing. Desi, why don't we give the folks a little sample of some of your writing? I heard you got a little something prepared for us.
I do. Oh, reading out loud is I love reading out loud for my kids, but it's usually Cat in the Hat, It's usually like good night moon or something. There's an argument my father and I used to have with each other over and over and over again. I included it in this book. It's in the beginning, between Javier, which is Rose's brother, Luna, who is also Rose, and they have this discussion. Some of this is verbatim between my father and I through the years. So whenever you're ready, I can get started don't know when
Go
you
ahead.
want me to. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Hit
right.
it.
No, just go ahead.
So this is right off the heels of their mother, who knows that Luna is white passing as Rose, and she's very successful. She says, but to see a daughter of mine living in the fancy part of town owning her own business, he would be so proud. That's speaking of her father. See, Javier says, carrying a pot of pork-filled stew to the table. He winces as he sets it down. She flaunts her Anglo face and our abuela's money around with those powers of persuasion. That's a real accomplishment, Luna. My ears start to burn. Javi, if you think for a second that I haven't had to work for what I have. Hey, if all I had to do to move up in this world was kiss a few of the right fellas, then paint my pretty lips there, Renita. Heat simmers from somewhere beneath my rib cage. I'm used to the anger I feel, but I'll never get used to the shame. The magic doesn't work like that, and you know it. I can't convince anyone to do anything, and I can't. Not like our abuela, anyway. Maybe not ever since I can't get the stupid spells to work. My brother's got it all wrong, just like so many men in my life. No? His jaw is setting in the way it does when his joking has turned serious, and my hands clench on their own. You just toy with their minds and call their bluff. I get it, sis. Wish I had the gift, but don't complain to me until you've had to work 12-hour shifts in the bitter cold for 15 cents an hour while your white betters make double in half the time. And there it is. As if the privileged gringo and the struggling Latina inside me aren't always at odds with each other, my brother has to join in the fray too. Quien sabe? He's got his vantage point and I've got mine. I'll never know a life with dark skin any more than he knows the life of a woman. And this scene continues on with this argument between each other where my dad and I have had this, just back and forth. I never understood what he faced until my father and I got into real estate together and I was an adult. And we would go out to do, to meet with clients, and they would be so different towards him every single time. And it wasn't until I was an adult that I would see what he was talking about. I would say, like, Dad, like, seriously, it's what was it time? 2017, come on, the world's come so far. And he would say, no, Desi, it hasn't. And we would go and we'd meet these clients and they would treat him so different. 100% of the time, every time I took my dad, the clients would not take us as agents. 100% of every single time. When I didn't take my dad, they would sign with me. There was so much, and then there would be the commentary because they didn't know I was Mexican when he wasn't with me, and there would be the commentary. And so this argument that happens between Luna and her brother is prior to my realization with my dad. I used to have with him and say, Dad, come on, it's not like that. It can't be like that. It really is like that. And so she has to kind of have this awakening in the beginning with her brother trying to explain to her, I'm glad you don't experience what I experienced, sister, but I experienced this and you need to recognize it, So.
And I think that's it's so hard for like people like me to really truly grasp and understand what, that experience is like. And I just think that it's such an important conversation to have. And I'm so glad you share it, not only here, but just in the book and stuff. I mean, it's compelling because, one of the big themes of this book is identity. I am whoever I say I am. And Rose, Luna, trying to, get all of these different identities together. Why was that such a powerful theme for you in this book, to explore identity?
Because there's so many people in this world that try to tell you who you are. Whether you're a person of color or a woman, whether you're poor or you're wealthy, whatever you are, you're brought up in, the world has a label for it, and they want to tell you who you are. And they don't get to do that. They try, but you are who you say you are. And that's really like at the heart of it. I love when she comes to that realization because I had to come to that myself. I am who I say I am. And I stand on that. I love it. It's a powerful statement if you really get it down inside of yourself.
Fucking preach. Let's go. Oh, God, I literally got goosebumps right now. So you know what? I can't be serious this long, Desi. We're taking off the author hat. We're putting back on the ridiculous hat. And it's time for the segment that Dina is always incredibly prepared for, which is off the wall questions, Dina.
Which book would you rather live in? The Great Gatsby or Bindle Punk Bruja?
Bindle Punk Bruja, and I'll tell you why. I've always said this. People do compare the two, and even in some of our blurbs. But Bindle Punk Bruja is not the glittering Gatsby. It is the underworld. All right. It is.
Yeah.
It is women and minorities that aren't going to experience what Gatsby experienced. And not to mention that there's a guy that ended up dead floating in a pool in that first book, and like mine doesn't do that. So
they wind up dead floating in a river. No spoilers.
Yeah, I choose Bindle Punk Bruja because if you're one of the good guys, Daniel Quigley, you're gonna turn out okay. Plus, there's earth magic and really hot sex in my book, so I take hot sex and earth magic. Hot sex, earth magic.
Hey, save that for the 1 second pitch. You save that for the 1 second pitch, ma'am.
Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper.
Damn right. Damn right.
Yes.
So, all right.
Sean's over there like,
all right. We're gonna give you a Mary fuck kill here.
I legitimately had an itch. That wasn't
I did too. I was literally scratching. I was too. I literally was scratching. I was sweaty from all of my excitement from talking my armpits.
Let me scratch too, just so we can all scratch together, gang.
Guys, if you felt my armpits, they're soaked in this sweater.
I'm glad that I'm not feeling them.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right,
I told Sean earlier I have Popeye arms. You guys
get that spinach, girl. Get that spinach. All right. So Mary fuck kill. Prince Joffrey. Dolores Umbridge. I
need to look her up.
That's from Harry Potter. The have you? Oh, you don't know Dolores?
No, don't do this to me.
I read adult fantasy, but I totally watched the first 3 movies.
Oh God, you missed her. All right. I'm gonna have to think of someone else terrible on the spot. King Joffrey.
I'll never do him.
Emperor Palpatine. Emperor Palpatine. Emperor Palpatine. Okay. Or
tell me what movie he's from.
Star Wars.
Okay. I know him. Okay.
The ugly old man in Star Wars.
I do know ugly old man before.
All right, then you know what? No. Fuck that. That's actually too easy. All right. King Joffrey, Jabba the Hutt. You know who Jabba the Hutt is, I assume?
Star Wars.
Yep.
Big slug guy.
I know who that is.
Yep.
Could be fun.
Could
be fun.
She doesn't know who that is.
I do know who that is.
Or
and I'm
sounded so sarcastic. You were like, I know who that is.
I'm a Trekkie. So.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Daniel.
So Klingon then. Insert a Klingon instead.
No, Klingons
I will insert a Klingon right now.
Yeah, no. Trekkies love Klingons. You can't do that. It's
almost spit beer all over my computer. Thank you.
Desi, someone has to be mature here. Someone has to be mature. Holy cow. All right. So we've got King Joffrey, Jabba the Hutt, or Archibald from Bindle Punk Bruja. Marry, fuck, kill.
Okay, what was the second one?
Jabba the Hutt.
Listen, I'll blow Archie's mind, and then I'll let Luna kill her. I can't with Joffrey and Jabba the Hutt. So I just can't, because I don't even know where his thing is.
Yeah, it's a lot of. Yeah, I don't. Does Jabba have dick fingers? Do we know?
Wait a minute. Jabba lets you wear really cool outfits, though. Like, I'm kind of into that. There is a little bit of that whole dominatrix thing going on there, or
dominance thing. Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of leaning.
He will literally feed you to a monster if you don't dance for him, though. So, like, I wouldn't look for anything long-term.
Somebody come get her. She's dancing
like a Twilight.
You know what? In my book, Doris was totally like, yeah, whatever. This is what Archie likes. Here's what Archie likes. You know, Archie just needs a little bit of. Okay, so, gosh dang it. I'll always screw my own people. I choose Archie.
I'll always screw my own people. Fair.
Clip it.
That's a soundbite.
Yep. Go ahead and clip that, Sean. All right. So just remember
Who
all this
doesn't want to have
goodwill.
sex with their own characters? Jeez.
But Archibald sucks.
Dina,
God,
who did you like as the guy? Like, who was the guy, right? Who was the guy you would want to bone the most in the book? If you had to bone one, who would you
I
bone?
had to bone one.
Oh, it was Gio.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It was Gio from the first moment. Yeah.
Because he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I love them all.
Yeah.
I would bone them for every one
Yeah, it
of
was
them.
him hands down the entire
And
time.
listen, your girl Bearcat, like, I'm into
Had
it.
stiff fingers the whole time.
I'm in. So I'd stiff fingers.
Bearcat's great, right?
Yep.
I ain't nobody's. Yeah, I love her. Yeah.
All right. So just remember all this goodwill and love that we've built up here, and try not to hate me too much for what is about to transpire next.
I'm not scared.
You see, every week we celebrate some of the worst erotic literature in history, usually selected by the Literary Review, a British literary magazine, in a segment that we call Cringy Copulation. These are real excerpts from real books intended to be taken seriously. This week's excerpt will be read by Desi and is from Mr. Peanut by Adam Ross. Adam Ross is a writer and editor best known for his 2010 novel, Mr. Peanut. As a child actor, he appeared in the 1979 film The Seduction of Joe Tynan, as well as in numerous television shows, commercials, and radio dramas.
Mr. Peanut, baby. Does he check those Twitter DMs?
She can't. She's trying not to spit.
That happens sometimes, Dina.
Oh my god.
Bitters or quitters.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out, Amber.
Do I read anytime?
Yeah, as soon as you're ready.
Whenever you're ready.
No reading ahead. Gotta get sultry with it.
He buried his face into Hannah's cunt like a wanderer who had found water in the desert. She tasted like a hot biscuit flavored with pea. She grabbed his scruff and pulled his face to hers. They kissed, and she took his cock. It felt as thick as a Loserville slugger and guided him in. When he exploded, and he exploded quickly, he felt as if his heart had liquefied and then been shot out of him up through her vagina and uterus and her ovaries and up over her diaphragm and somehow down the vena cavity to her heart. His own now coating hers.
Hold up. It was a Louisville Slugger, right? Is that what you
Yes.
said?
Yeah.
Okay,
Louisville
all that I
Slugger.
could think of was Carrie Underwood before he cheats. The second you said it, I was like, before.
Took a Louisville Slugger.
And I dug my key into the side of his pretty lips. I don't know.
Perfect.
Dug my
Excellent.
something to his little steel. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. So, Dina, first thoughts on this work of art?
That was not art.
Really? Because I felt like when it got to
They
God
compared they ruined biscuits, first of all. In my head I was like a little bit of honey on those warm biscuits, and then they
Hot
said
but she
biscuits
pea.
tasted like
flavored with
a
pea.
but flavored with
Hot
pea.
biscuits.
That kind of sounds like she
Like-
squirted. Like I think it sounded kind of good.
I think that's the implication, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
into
no.
that.
And then she grabbed his
No.
scruff and pulled his face to hers, and they kissed.
And he
took his
exploded almost immediately. He was just
Up and over her diaphragm.
She said he
even.
exploded
Done in-
quickly, which in this case was supposed to be a good thing, which nobody wanted to point out. She didn't get there yet. Like, why the hell is this hot? I don't understand that. part.
Dina, you'll like this. There's at least 4 M dashes in this passage.
I love that. That is
love
good.
that.
It shot up out of him through her vagina and uterus and ovaries and up over her diaphragm.
I'm
Like,
literally
it
just
went to
picturing
her
the scene.
throat. You ever hear a guy that's like, I'm like, I felt it in my
He
throat.
glazed her from the inside out.
Literally like
a donut.
tsunami wave just came crashing through.
Dina, you have never been so erotic that you felt it in your throat? Because I think that's what she's trying to say.
I have, and I made a very funny joke about it, and he didn't think it was funny.
the same time, is this on? Is this thing on?
She was clearing her throat. She was like, "Is this thing on?"
I felt that in my throat.
It's in my throat. Yeah. Yeah. We've had that conversation.
Jeez.
Oh God.
Sometimes it's a tough crowd out there. And
Yes,
you just
you
gotta
know.
keep.
He just doesn't
just-
like
Daniel-
I just
my
want us to
bedroom
think
humor.
about
It's
biscuits
fine.
the next time.
What's a vena?
Did you-
A vena cavity. Somehow down the
Did you
vena
read
cavity.
this whole book? I want to know if Mr. Peanut is the name of his penis.
I mean, I hope it is. I genuinely
That'll
hope
be my
that-
next joke.
Okay,
I feel like he gets sued by planters,
the
though.
woman that of his the woman he wants name is Hannah, first of all. So when you use a biblical name as your like woman of interest, I'm already like curious, like what's happening? Like why are you doing that?
So the vena cava is a large vein that returns deoxygenated blood to the heart from the head and arms. It's literally in the middle of your chest.
So
And we learned something today.
His it says he had shot out through her vagina, past her uterus, and ovaries up over her diaphragm, and somehow down the vena cavity to her heart.
Yeah, so he literally ejaculated
You know what?
into
I'm
her
gonna
heart.
make a Valentine's card. You came into my heart,
Oh no!
and I hope that
Nailed it.
I hope that touches him somehow. You came into my heart.
Adam Ross, if you're out there listening, which we know you are.
Yes, sir.
You're a big fan. We
Yes,
know
big
this
fan.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can license this design from Desi. We'll get you in touch with
you're
our people.
welcome. So you guys have to pray that if I have a beau by February 14th, I will get him a card. You
I love
came
it.
into my heart.
I'm never gonna look at that
Incredible.
phrase the same way again.
A lot of things got ruined today, guys.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
It was a good one.
Desi, it's time. For the folks at home that don't realize, we if you're not sold on buying Bindle Punk Bruja now, then you know what? Desi's got something for you guys. Desi, it's time for the 1 second pitch. And this is where you get literally 1 second to tell people why they need to buy this book. No more than that. And, you can lie, cheat, seduce, steal, threaten to come in their heart. Whatever it takes to sell this book, you've got 1 second.
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll give you a full elevator
Tell me
pitch on
when.
why they should buy this. Sean, you gotta do it.
Oh my God. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
I'll show you my butthole.
Hold on. I missed that
Say
last.
that again in regular speed.
Say that again.
Said, I'll show you my butthole.
That's quite a promise.
Just
People are lining up to buy the book.
Dina, we thought had upped the ante by promising to vomit on books for people, but
Or sell.
$500 PayPal me. I'll vomit
F-Pics.
on your book.
Damn it! I
What
should
about
have
a butthole
said, "I'll
pic?
show
How
you
much?
Daniel's butthole." That's what I
oh
should have
yeah,
said.
no, that's not going to have
I'll
the
show
same
you
value.
Daniel's butthole.
Yeah, Sean's got the
Daniel.
full
So you
collection.
guys,
I sent him like a museum quality collection of my butthole in different shades, different lightings, rule of
Aw.
thirds. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
really
the
shave it?
composition was all off. You can't even see the butthole.
You didn't
It's
shave
just
it, did
all-
you?
It's all cheek, no hole.
Oh no, you did it wrong, Daniel. It's all
God
about the
bless you.
shading.
God bless you, Desi. My God. All right, tell the folks.
You're
Desi,
making
tell
it
the folks,
weird.
give the full elevator pitch. Why should the folks buy your book?
God, I don't know. But if you do, you're hopefully going to enjoy an immersive experience in 1925 as a person of color, as a woman, as LGBTQ, and really find some great heroes that you can stand by and cheer for, and hopefully walk away with something that you won't be able to stop thinking about for weeks on end.
I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about buttholes now. Jesus Christ.
And Daniel's butthole. The promise of his butthole. If you buy it.
Daniel's promise of his butthole. Yes. So again, guys, you can check out the Bindle Punk Bruja. It's available now at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and every major bookstore out there. You can also check out the Crow Calls Volume 5 Poetry Anthology from Quill and Crow, which is also available now at the Crow Shop. And, you know, this is a time where we like to kind of give our final thoughts and shots on your book. So, Dina, give the folks at home a little taste of your feelings about this book.
I thought that this was a fantastic book. I thought that it was incredibly immersive. I think that's really hard to do in literature with like such a saturated market these days. And it was just extremely immersive. I felt like I was there. I felt like I could literally look up into the world of the 1920s after I got done reading a page. So check it out.
I mean, listen, I'm right there with Dina, and you know, I wanted to get a freaking zoot suit. I wanted to you know, get a little tilt to the hat. You know, that's why I was in the Cherry Papa Daddy's mood. I was feeling the swing music. I mean,
Daniel messaged me and he was like, "Wow, I feel like I could definitely live in a boxcar."
Yes, that
there was a period in the late 90s, early 2000s where swing music was really big.
Yeah.
And it just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Thank you. And by the way, I did contribute, Dina, to your project. Just wanted you to know I'm excited.
Oh my God, thank you. That's so nice.
So,
I have swing music in my book too. So
see, and I didn't even know that, and I contributed to it. So I'm very excited for you. Your
game respects game.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And no, seriously, like Dina's not kidding. I literally texted her and I was like, "Bro," after reading like just the opening scene, I was like, living in a boxcar sounds awesome. At least in Desi's world. Like that felt so like homey and just cool, and I was like, I want to live in like the Desi era boxcar, man.
I hope you did like it. It really does. Like we try to say we don't care. I care. I want you to love it. Like I hope that it touched you in some way, and it means so much to me that you read it. It really does.
Yeah, and listen, I mean, like I said, can't recommend this enough. I mean, amazing characters. The dialogue is just fucking incredible. There's just
very good,
very incredible prose. If you like fantasy, if you like just the 1920s era, if you like just well-written, thought-provoking books, this is one for you. And I think we can all agree we're going to go ahead and give this thing our very own, in no way stolen from a much more prestigious prize, the Nobel Prize. That's no space Bell Prize, because we don't hear no bell here. What do you think, Dina? Nobel Prize?
It gets a Nobel. I'm gonna buy a bell and wait,
ring
I have
the
a bell somewhere.
No bell.
Yeah, we can't.
Can we get a bell in post?
What if I tape the tongue?
Yeah, so you ring it, but it doesn't make a sound.
Love it.
Yeah,
love it. That is perfect.
Ain't no bell.
Ain't no bell.
We got another Nobel Prize winner, folks.
Yes, sir.
Broken bell.
And guys, again, check Bindle Punk Bruja out. You will not regret it. It's also available on Audible. So if you're someone like me that drives a ton, by the way, your audio narrator, amazing.
Frankie Corzo narrated Mexican Gothic. She has huge just background and props all over.
Oh, dude, amazing. So again, you can check it out. Audio, visual, butthole, whatever it takes, guys. Get this book out.
Yay, thanks for volunteering your butthole, Daniel. Appreciate it.
I'm here for the team. So all right, guys, this has been another great episode of Don't Make It Weird. This was so much fun having you on here, Desi. Sean, can we just go ahead and book her whenever there's another reason that we can book her on here? Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, same time tomorrow?
Yeah, same time tomorrow.
Yeah, finger gun.
Dick finger gun.
Penis gun.
So, Desi, if the folks want to find you on social media, on any media, or by pigeon, where can the folks find you?
At Desideria Mesa on Twitter, I believe on TikTok, at Desi_Mesa on Instagram. Don't follow my Facebook. I do nothing with it.
Fair.
Oh, YouTube. I've got sweet songs on there. Really drunken karaoke. If you want to follow that too.
Go on, and
I wish you would have told us that sooner. We would have
absolutely
played it.
led with karaoke.
I'm so glad I didn't.
We're gonna have to find a clip to insert somewhere in this show about some drunk karaoke, because that's my jam. And God, just check her out. Follow her on everything. Her TikToks are amazing too. She even said nice things about me, which I paid her a lot of money to do. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
So Desi, her check's in the mail.
Finally.
And,
yeah.
Don't worry, send it to the wrong address like he does everything.
Many times. All right, Dina, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Dinosaurus D. That's D like D's nuts.
And producer Sean, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter at ShaceHoldu.
And what you having for dinner tonight, man?
We ordered pizza.
Yeah.
Super simple.
Potatoes.
Delicious.
And you promised that as a follow-up, at some point, you're going to post a picture of you doing Papa's I'm already... You know what I mean.
Remember your name.
Desideria Mesa.
I'm actually going to go have some corn dip.
Literally this weekend. Yes.
Perfect. I look forward to this. And Dina, if folks like all of our cool merch, where can they find it?
DMIWpodcast.com/store.
Yes.
Got it?
Are you sure?
I think so. Because, okay, so I have to do a mind map every time.
I'm fucking with
No,
you.
Dina, no mind map, Dina. It's been too long already. And you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Dan Q Wright Thing. That's Dan Q Writes Things singular. Nothing, guys?
No, I was excited. I thought you were
tired.
going to say more the way that you had
No, they
your,
usually do.
I
too
wanted to
tired.
not say anything because you're expecting it, and you're like a dog expecting a treat, and I'm withholding it from
Daniel,
you. So.
I follow you, and I just want you to know that. I love you too.
And if you
love
guys
you
want to
all.
check out, if you guys want to check out all the great episodes, all the merch, a little bit about us, and all the guests that we've ever had on here, what's our website, Shawnee?
I literally already gave
MIWpodcast.com.
it.
No, you gave us the
Why does he do that?
No, you gave it the story.
Ask me again. Ask Desi what our website is.
Desi, what's our website?
DMI.
Perfect.
Fucking A.
Nailed it.
DMI, fuck it. There we go. Perfect. All right, guys.
I'm registering that domain now.
Yeah, I'm done. And we appreciate you guys all for joining us. Tune in again next week. We love all you crazy weirdos. Jazz hands. Penis hands.
Don't Make It Weird. Hosted by Daniel Quigley and Dinosaurus. Produced and edited by me, Sean Holden. Theme music by Amaria. You can find the video version of this show on our YouTube channel or the audio-only version wherever you download your podcasts. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and it helps us out a ton. Have a message for Dina or Daniel? Leave us a voicemail at 347-69-WEIRD and we'll listen to it on a future episode. Thanks for making it weird with us, and we'll see you next time.